you're paralyzed. 'Cause this is Thriller night. And no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside a killer thriller tonight.
I mean, technically good, but performance a bit boring.
Okay.
We didn't get spicy.
Yes. And here is Jbird and Denny's doing Ghostbusters. Now, Denny's was able to hear the music, and
I don't think it helped, sir.
no, and had the lyrics. For some reason, he did not take the lead. Jbird
He got
was flying
steamrolled
blind.
by
took the lead.
Rogue.
Because he tells me right before, like, I don't know the words of this, man.
You don't need to.
I don't think I needed to.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Our team's falling apart.
Yeah.
There's an invisible man living in your van. Who you gonna
Who
call?
you gonna call?
Ghostbusters. I'm afraid of no.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I'm afraid of no ghosts. Yeah, Ghostbusters.
It's a long sax solo.
Yes, it was. All right, so there we go. Quite a performance there.
Dunkin' is the official coffee of the KVJ Show. America runs on Dunkin'. The KVJ Show is now live on 97.9 WRMF.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, we made it. It's Friday. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Good to see everybody here.
Hello.
How the heck are you?
Doing good. Happy Friday.
Yes. Oh, I know. Boy, I'm excited for this weekend. Just ready for a little bit of time to chill out. I'm sure everybody probably feels the same way. So
Yes,
here we go. Going to
of
make through it here. Now, Jbird, this is quite an interesting look that you've cultivated here today. Looks like you're getting behind our 0-4 Miami Dolphins, and you're their number one cheerleader. Is that what's going on here?
Don't get behind them too close.
Yeah. So I have 4 really good friends that are Dolphin fans, and they are taking this season really hard.
Tough, yeah.
And somehow
Tough,
they
yeah.
still think there's a shot for the playoffs.
No,
and-
there is no shot for the playoffs.
They're in such denial/depression. I'm not going to take this cheerleading outfit off until the Dolphins win a game, just to make my friends feel better, to give them something to look forward to.
Well, you know what? I think you probably picked the right week to make this declaration because, this Sunday they're going to be at home taking on maybe arguably the only team that might be worse than them in the NFL. They're playing the 0-5 Washington Redskins.
Okay.
So it is the Loser Bowl this Sunday. It is combined record of 0 wins and 9 losses between the two teams.
This is the one we've got a shot at.
Yeah, this is, if the Dolphins are going to win one game this year, this likely is going to be it. And if they don't win this, then you're going to be wearing that a very long time.
Somebody's cheerleading outfit's a little snug. Didn't that fit you last week?
Why don't you not fat shame me, first of all, and second of all, it still fits me. Here's my problem.
Yes.
I don't have any drawers on, and when I
No underwear at all?
No, because
It's a cheerleading skirt, Kevin. It's so short.
Yeah, I didn't calculate this right. I need.
You're wearing no
Short
underwear.
skirt plus long balls equals bad situation.
But I was trying it on at the house and everywhere. I never had underwear on, so it felt right. It felt natural.
Felt free. There's a nice little breeze in there, cooling the twins off.
I'm kind of sitting on my nards right now. This is terrible. Like I have something blocking them. I got to get underwear in here. Stat.
Yes.
Denny!
Okay.
Denny's, we have the emergency underwear.
You got to give Jbird your underwear. Are they small? He needs small underwear.
I do.
Small?
He needs women's underwear.
Under women's panties.
All he's got is like long grandpa boxer briefs.
Oh, okay.
Even the ones that are high and tight are still too long, honestly.
He needs like women's panties.
They're kind of like the Speedo. What do they call those things?
Speedo.
Speedos, yeah. You need like and to go with your cheerleading outfit, orange, white, or teal would be, preferable colors.
Well, what do I do with my hair? Do I Do I get a little bandana? Do I
put on Lana's wig or something
Well,
like that?
then you get Lana.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think you want that this
Too
early.
early. I mean, it's barely 6 a.m.
I don't think the Dolphins want Lana representing
No, probably
them.
not. No.
All right, so I'm not taking this off. If I go out to go get something to eat, I gotta have this on. If I go to Publix, I gotta wear this out. I mean, this is solidarity for all the Dolphin fans that are very depressed, especially a couple of my friends who I'm kind of worried about.
Well, I think even the quarterback kind of is tipping his cap to, okay, nothing's going to happen. Josh Rosen, I saw his comment that he's basically auditioning for next year. He wants to show the team that he could be their quarterback of the future. So I think he's pretty much even. He's just like, yeah, it's just kind of like scrimmage games. We know we're going to lose. We're just, yeah.
Well, they got to tell some of the Dolphin fans because some of them are still holding on.
I can't believe that.
It's true. It is true, man.
I don't know what they're holding on for. They got rid of everybody. Okay, well, if you want to see Jbird in his cheerleading uniform, he's pulling for the Dolphins, baby. Solidarity. You could just dial up KVJ TV, go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show and dial it up. You can watch that on your smart TVs, your flat screens, also your mobile devices. You can see it right now.
Look at you listening to the KVJ show on 97.9 WRMF. Lucky.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jbird?
I love talking to my niece and her friends because there's always some kind of ridiculous drama going on.
Mm-hmm.
So her friend just got a new roommate about 2 months ago, and they don't really know each other that well. They started working with each other, and then the girl got fired, but they still stayed friends. So this new roommate's in her place, and I guess while my niece's friend was sleeping, the new roommate took out her car without her knowing.
Oh, jeez.
And went out with her boyfriend and ended up wrecking the car.
What?
And her boyfriend was driving, but it was
She let the boyfriend drive?
so the car is
Oh,
not
geez.
only wrecked. It was so it wasn't completely total, so they were able to drive it back into the parking lot. She goes back home and then says nothing about it. They have to get the police involved, and the police find out that the girl was lying about everything. She took the car out. The boyfriend was driving. It's this whole mess.
And now they have to live together still?
Well, I think it's over now. I mean, she's gonna be moving out. But isn't that crazy?
God.
That was good.
Roommate horror stories, man.
That is terrifying.
You never know who you're gonna move. You think they're cool. I remember my sophomore year in college. I thought this one guy was so cool. First month we got along, and he just started getting really, really weird. And he was lying to me and the other guy in the place, saying, "Yeah, I'm not smoking cigarettes in here. I'm not smoking cigarettes. I'm not eating your food. I'm not doing." He was lying about everything.
Yeah.
And would come back to the place, and it would smell like a bar in there. There's clouds of smoke everywhere. Hey, dude, were you smoking in here? No, I swear I wasn't smoking.
Yeah.
Hey, did you eat my meatloaf sandwich? No, I didn't eat your meatloaf sandwich. So you gotta be careful who you end up.
Oh, I had the worst roommate ever. Back when I lived in Baton Rouge and I was in radio, this girl, Karen, she moved in when my good friend moved out. Awful.
Yeah?
Disgusting.
The guy I'm talking about, I always tell that story about the one guy that would dip at the house and leave his dip cups around, and I drank his dip cup on accident thinking it was Coke. It's that guy. That was the roommate I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Just awful all the way around.
I had a roommate that we'd found like a newspaper online or something like that, and he had moved in with a buddy of mine. He had the third bedroom, and I started dating a girl that he liked, and so he started stalking me. And so I would be at work, and I would see him sitting in our parking lot in his car staring at me. I would go home, sneak into my room, and I would look, and he would be standing in the backyard looking up into my window, just sitting there. I was being stalked in my own house by my own roommate.
I mean, how do you live like
It
that?
was pretty horrifying.
Oh my
I was like, I told my room, like, I gotta get out of here, man. This guy's gonna kill me in my sleep.
That's horrifying.
And it was pretty bad, yeah. That was tough. So it's a lot of nightmare stories with roommates. What you got in your mind today, Virginia?
Well, bear with me. This is something very adult and boring.
All right, I'm going to the
right.
vending machine.
That's great.
But because we live in South Florida and we have to deal with these hurricanes, this was something that was brought to my attention I didn't realize. You know, a lot of us have homeowners insurance for damage by a hurricane. If it's like wind, and if it's like the storm, like rips your roof off, that kind of thing. But a lot of Floridians don't have flood insurance. And just recently, there was a new FEMA program, I guess, they put into effect where it's more affordable now. Like flood insurance used to be a lot more expensive. And I remember even just a few years ago when I started my insurance, I looked into it and I was like, wow, that's a lot. So we didn't have it. But now I looked back into it, and it is a lot cheaper through FEMA. There's a national flood insurance program now through FEMA. And I figured it out. It's $35 extra a month on your home insurance policy, like $400 and something for the whole year. But that covers like a few $100,000 worth of flooding.
So when I'm looking for a new home, is that something I would have to ask them for?
Yes.
Dude, I saw it coming. Jbird, wake up.
Oh, Kevin.
Yes.
I was having a terrible nightmare. That
What was your
Virginia was
nightmare
just
about?
going on and on about some kind of insurance crap that nobody cares about.
I'll shut up.
Just kidding. Come on, tell me more. Tell me more about insurance.
I'm just saying that to anybody out there that doesn't know what their coverage is, look and see, because mine didn't cover it.
I get it.
And then, God forbid anything happens, it would have cost you $35 a month, at least on my policy, to cover all your stuff from a flood.
God forbid this conversation keeps going.
We're bringing it on a Friday, baby.
I'm sorry.
Home insurance.
Hurricane boring over here.
It's peace of mind, damn it. I worry about everything. Do you know the thought of flooding keeps me up at night? It just does.
Out of
How
everything
often does DeQuesta flood?
Well, I'm surrounded by water, so I would imagine if we get a storm surge of anything more than a few feet, we're going to get water.
Yeah.
I live on the Loxahatchee River, basically.
I know. You two questions have it so tough out there.
I know.
My neighbors are on the water. I'm not, but it's so close.
Kevin, her neighbors have it so hard, they trip on their money all the time.
Oh, my gosh. I know. I
Spray
dropped
Michael.
that there. Oh, my gosh.
All of us live near water, you two load faces. Everybody lives near a canal.
What?
Wait, what?
Do you have to dump that? I don't even know what that is. What
I
did
need
you
an
call?
explanation first.
What did you call us?
You know what I called you.
I do. I don't know what it means. Well, I think I do. Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. We're all trying to figure it out.
Everybody in South Florida lives near water.
Okay.
I really don't.
What do you think, fact or fiction? This is a good one for Denny's. Do you think that it is true that the average American has 8 spiders a year that crawl into their mouth?
Fiction.
You're going to say that's fiction?
Yeah. I think a lifetime, maybe. A year. That's a lot of Spidey time, man.
That is a lot of Spidey time. And I'd heard that it could be anywhere from a year to a lifetime. And either way, that's kind of the story that is out there. And they did a survey on this, and they found that 1 in 5 Americans, 20% of Americans are like, no, that's true. Yeah, you have at least 8 spiders in a lifetime, if not a year, crawl into your mouth while you're sleeping. Not true at all. If you do believe that, stop. The whole thing started in 1993. It was a writer named Lisa Holst that just wanted to spread the myth to show how gullible we all are, and she proved it because 20% of the population now believes that spiders are crawling into your mouth in the middle of the night. And I think in there a movie that I saw, there's like a preview. I didn't even watch it. There's this horror movie. It's either Netflix or it's coming out in theaters, and there's something about these spiders crawling into your mouth, but they're big tarantula-like things.
Spider mouth.
Oh, it looked horrifying. I'm like, oh, Denny's cannot watch that. He will never sleep again.
His fear of spiders is really like my fear of large structured buildings. He gets paralyzed in the legs. He will not. He won't walk around a certain area. I saw our poor sweet Denny's just frozen with fear one time because this big old spider was blocking his car.
And
He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I was like, ask the spider to drive.
That'd be tough. There are some other sleep myths, they say, that people continue to believe that are not true. Like leaving the TV on helps you fall asleep. 30% of people believe that the TV will help you sleep, but they say the opposite is true because the blue light from your TV screen or phone actually keeps you up.
I don't know, man. I think the thoughts in my head are a lot louder than that TV.
Okay.
Silence can be oh so loud.
Oh, so loud. Do you do fans or anything like that?
I love fans, and what I'll do is I put on YouTube, and they have this 14-hour long thunderstorm.
Oh,
that
that's amazing.
Goes on
Yeah.
and on and on. But somebody's filming it at their house, so halfway through, you hear someone like slam a door, and it wakes you up and scares the hell out of you.
Yeah.
So, but there's some good stuff on there.
I have 3 fans that I have going in my room.
Kevin.
We love you on the show.
Well, I have self-esteem issues, so I need that kind of boost while I sleep. But I need some kind of noise. If I ever stay in a hotel, it's tough because it's so quiet. But the TV, if I have it on, even if I set a sleep timer, it keeps waking me up.
Do you guys ever stay at motels ever?
No.
Try not to.
Okay, I've done a lot of motel work in my
I
time.
did. Last time I did, it was my daughter would do softball, and we'd be traveling all over the place, and I think we were like in Auburndale. And
Okay.
we were at a motel there, and you could tell somebody had tried to jimmy open the screen. It was still bent, where they tried to break into the room.
That's horrifying.
And I remember we all slept on top of the covers in all of our clothes, and I had a hoodie on with it pulled tight, and we're just I'm like, it was tough.
We were trying to save money as a kid going up to Pennsylvania. Now, there was 7 of us in a Chevette car, and we were
Yeah.
trying to save money. We stop at this the most murderous hotel you could possibly think of. We get in there, and we realize the front door of our room, it locked from the outside. You locked it from the outside.
That's not a good sign.
No, you could get it.
Was it the Bates Motel?
No, we get in there and go, why is there 2 entries to this room? One going in, one going out. We ended up leaving. We had to go because anybody could have opened the door from that way.
Yes, they could have, and they probably were going to.
It was the 80s. It was a different way of thinking.
It's horrifying.
Isn't that
tough.
horrifying?
No one can stay there.
Another sleep myth, people believe that a little bit of alcohol before they go to bed is going to help them sleep. 32% of people believe that, but it's not true. It might knock you out, but alcohol messes with the quality of your sleep, so you don't wake up feeling very rested.
And even if you do fall asleep, you wake up throughout the night and then you go back
Yes.
to sleep. You go in, you go out. It's
It
terrible.
prevents you from getting into that deep REM sleep, so that's why a lot of times, when you've been drinking, half of the hangover is just the fact that you didn't have quality sleep.
Do you sleep good?
No. I have trouble now if I'm drinking.
I mean, just whether
Virginia
you
hasn't slept well in 3 years.
is that sleeping when you're awake?
And myth number 3, some people just don't dream. 25% of people believe they don't, but everybody dreams. You just might not remember them.
Exactly. Everybody dreams.
And I have ridiculously weird, bizarre dreams. I dreamed last night. It was the weirdest thing. I looked down and I was missing a hand. It was a very bizarre thing. And then I was someplace we were staying in a dorm room or something like that. And then I saw the strength and conditioning coach for the High State Buckeyes, and he was missing his hand too. But he was missing it at the elbow.
Oh, the elbow. Kevin,
Yeah.
I had that same exact dream.
No, you didn't.
I know. They always do that in movies.
I have the most bizarre dreams. I know. What does that mean?
Do you want to go on a bizarre dream off?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know you have them.
Well,
Yeah.
Virginia's got some weird ones too.
Yeah.
I do, but not as weird as you,
No,
Bert.
I have.
You picked the cake.
Mine are like movies. They really are.
So there you go. Everybody does dream. So a couple sleep myths there for you. Don't believe the hype. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we got the rundown what is going on this weekend and a cool festival. If you're in the Treasure Coast, I've got tickets for you for free. Coming up next is in Jacksonville. They went to kind of like a senior center there, and they're saying, okay, what was trick-or-treat like back in your day? And they were talking about a lot of the tricks that they played, and they would take a buggy from a horse and buggy, and they put it on a house, and they would put cows in boots and put a straw hat on a mule, all that kind of stuff. They take farm tools and hang them up in trees.
Oh, back in olden times, that was such a hoot.
All
that
the
was
hijinks.
so funny.
Yeah, they used to commit back in the day. And so Virginia's grandma is, 95 years young?
95.
Wow.
And fun.
And she's got it together, man.
She's active. Every time
Yes.
we talk to her, she's in the middle of doing this project.
She was
Yeah.
shopping yesterday.
Working out the other day.
busy. Every day she's busy.
Yeah.
She really does have an active schedule. I love that.
Probably why she's doing so great. So it was tough to get her booked to come on the show because she's got so much going on, but we finally were able to cut free just 5 minutes to talk to Virginia's grandma to ask her what was trick-or-treat like back in your day. So here we are giving her a call.
Hello?
Hey, Grandma.
Oh, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm fine. I was in exercise class.
Oh, I'm sorry, Grandma.
No. What's new with you?
Oh, nothing. I was just calling to say hi. Remember how I told you the other day how we did that thing on the radio and how everybody loved it?
Yeah.
Well, you're
I'm laughing about it, yeah.
I know you are, but you're like becoming a little star in South Florida radio, Grandma.
Grandma, I love you so much.
Yeah, Jason and Kevin are here too.
Thank you.
Hello.
Such a big
How
fan.
you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good.
Doing exercises this morning.
Wow. Good for you. I tell you what, you're doing that, and you're putting us all to shame here. Because I'm not sure anybody here today is going to go out and exercise.
Yeah, Grandma, I have some advice to ask you. I want to get going with my exercising, but all I keep doing is eating pound cake and eating sweets.
Candy. Yeah.
What do I do?
You gotta get into a class or something, or walk. You know I was a big walker.
Yes. My grandmother never drove. She walked everywhere. She would walk to the grocery store,
Yeah.
walk to the mall, and
I did.
carry back bags of groceries.
That's right. Walk to get a bus to go to the mall, you know.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
and you're laughing, but it's true.
Well, you know, the thing that we want to talk to you about, because we were reading something about some people in Jacksonville. They are there at a senior's home, and they were talking about what it was like for Halloween in their day and trick or treat. And it sounds like they used to play a lot more tricks than what we see today. And they were talking about some of the stuff that they would do, like they would put a horse and buggy, but not the horse, but just the buggy from a horse and buggy on top of a house, or they would put or they put boots on a cow and a hat on a mule, or maybe pop a car out of gear and move it around, stuff like that. Even tipping over outhouses, stuff like that. Can you tell us, because we want to hear, what was it like when you were a kid for Halloween and trick or treat? What were the costumes you were wearing? What was the candy you would get? And were there any tricks that were going on?
No, you'd ring doorbells. They'd chalk you up with flour, have flour in a bag and hit you with it. And yeah, this is what happened. And no, that was about it. But then they used to have Halloween parties, and they'd look for apples, or sometimes they'd string apples down and from the ceiling, and you'd have to try and grab it in your mouth. But that was about it. You know, today I realize that the kids only go around and trick or treat, get candy or stuff. They go to the best neighborhoods.
Yeah.
What was the most popular candy bar that you would get when you were a kid for trick or treating?
Probably Tootsie Rolls.
You're still going strong too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Do you remember a costume that you wore when you were younger?
No, you know what costumes you had? Your father's old pants and an old shirt. There was no costumes like today.
Really? So you would just dress as your dad?
You made your own costume. You'd be a ragamuffin, with old clothes on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's what it was all about, But today it's a different story.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so you just go up and hit somebody with a bag of flour then, and trick or treat.
Yeah, that's all. Ring doorbells and run away. Or go to somebody the back of their house and knock on the window and then run away.
Oh, good times.
That's the way it was.
Mm-hmm. Well, I tell you, thank you so much for letting us know the perspective of what it was like to trick or treat back in the day. It sounds like you guys did it better than we do it today.
Yeah, the old way was better.
Of everything.
You gave me a great idea. I'm going to take flour and hit Kevin in the face with it.
Take an old sack and put flour in it and hit people on the behind as they go by.
I love it, Grandma.
Well, it's so good talking to you. We'll let you get back to exercise and everything else. You have a much busier lifestyle than we do, so we know you got to run.
Okay. All right. You have a good day.
We love you, Grandma.
Love you.
Love you. Well, your girl Cardi B actually is having a birthday today.
Oh.
She's turning 27 years old. Luke Perry, he was just written off of Riverdale. This last week he would have been 53. And he's still been with us here today. Would have been his birthday. Also got some other birthdays. Evie, she's 7 today from Mommy, Papa, and Espen. Octopus from the chat room is having a birthday tomorrow from a former Marine who keeps his word. Also, happy birthday to Rocco, turning 9. He's a great son, and we can't imagine our lives without him. From Big Daddy, Big Mama, Miles, Carrie, Kuru, Kirsten, Simba, and Apollo.
Happy birthday.
Also, happy 9th to Emily out there. Have the best day ever from Mommy, Daddy, Jacob, and Ruby. You got a 30th birthday to Bryce. That's from P Money. Also, happy 8th birthday to Connor from Mom, Dad, Tucky, and Glory. Also got Connor turning 12. That's from Mama Trevon, Bryson, Scarlett, Gigi, and Tux the dog.
Tux.
You've also got Shelby Falconer having a birthday from Molly for tomorrow. And Sunday, we've got a 10th birthday that is going on. That is for Court's daughter. We're on our way to Disney right now.
Oh, fancy.
Yes, happy birthday there. So you guys have a fun weekend in Disney celebrating. Want to get your birthday celebrated on the KVJ Show? Just let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com, and we'll give you the hookup on that. Coming up here in just a couple minutes, you got the No Name Movie Game on the line.
Woo-hoo.
Halloween Horror Night tickets we got for you. Universal Orlando.
Who's the champ?
Not sure. Who's got the belt? Is it you?
I think it's Virginia.
Is it?
think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Tell
have
it means a lot to everybody in here.
It means a lot to me.
I know it does you.
It really does mean a lot
Yeah.
to me. In fact, this would be a great week to win the belt because I have a part of my gut hanging out from this cheerleading dress.
Yeah.
I need something
Tuck it right back in there?
It would help block it.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's get that win then.
Let's not block it. I mean,
Let it flow.
yeah.
You're right.
You be you, girl.
I love that. You know, I'm gonna love myself.
Okay. Well, if you want to jump on and play, 877-979-9763. No Name Movie Game coming up. Getting down, girl. Yeah.
I am not in game shape.
Whoa, okay, that's all right. A little jazzercise in there.
I was telling Virginia,
Yeah.
if I dance like that for 30 minutes a day, there's no way I wouldn't lose weight.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, you look at the people that go on Dancing with the Stars, they always lose tons of weight. There are people that do that just for their main exercise, and they have nice, lean, trim bodies. You burn off a ton of calories dancing.
Have you played that game, that Dance Dance Revolution video game?
Oh, yeah.
Fool, I own it.
All right. Well, I'm just saying. I know somebody who lost a lot of weight doing that.
Yeah, I had a friend, too, that lost a bunch of weight playing that game. Weirdly.
It's fun. You love video games.
Denny's trying to one-up you with your story.
He always has to have the stage, doesn't he?
The only way I can exercise is if it's disguised in some sort of fun activity.
Definitely.
Okay, here we go. Halloween Horror Night tickets on the line here today, and the No Name Movie Game is a big deal. We're going to start off here with Megan in Wellington. Give Jbird a chance to catch his breath over there.
Our girl's tired.
Oh, yeah.
She needs some water.
We know we need some waffles. Diet starts tomorrow.
Is waffles really the way to go? That outfit is so tight,
You
girl.
need to stop fat shaming me, girl.
You need a salad.
You need to stop fat shaming me.
mean, come on.
I know, exactly. I'm
Right.
over here trying to be
That's
beautiful
terrible,
and
yeah.
dance.
Right.
Trying
You
to
do you.
Just trying to be me in my own skin, Kevin.
Yeah. You
You're
do
gorgeous,
you.
but you were complaining during commercial how it was a little tight around the middle.
Girl, those are bathroom secrets, and those are for the bathroom, not for the air.
She did tell me that in confidence.
Okay, Megan, you ready to do this?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to be partnered up here with Virginia. She's going to give you 60 seconds here to give out the clues. Can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, any of the words from the title of the movie, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Feel the tension in the
We
air.
got this.
All right, 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
Pass. It's a pass. When you're leaving a guy's house the morning after you did the dirty, it's called the what?
The walk of shame.
Yes.
Walk of shame.
He's a guy. He cuts things with his fingers. He can trim bushes.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yes. If you're not experienced, you're just starting out at something. You're called a what? You're a newbie.
newbie.
You're not seasoned. You're a. Pass. This is the guy that fixes your car. He's called what?
A mechanic.
Yes. This is the biggest city in Illinois. What's it called?
Oh, geez, I don't know my state.
It's the biggest city. There's a musical. Illinois. It's
Chicago.
Yes. If I'm the crazy guy that comes up with this plan, I'm a brilliant genius. I'm a what? I came up with this plan. Pass. They're pets.
Got a 4 spot on that.
Four spot.
Not
Four
bad.
spot.
Doable.
Danny.
I could stick and win. Stacy's on here from Boynton Beach to pair up with Denny's. Hello, Stacy.
Hi.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Are you ready for this?
Awesome. I am. Let's do it.
I can hear you whispering.
Bird whispers, we gotta be
You're the
Twitch.
worst whisperer ever.
You've got a lot of nerve. Oh my gosh. When me and Virginia are whispering together, it sounds like we're going to shout off.
Okay, same time, 60 seconds on the clock for the clues here in the No Name Movie Game. Your time starts now.
This is if you can remember everything. It's a term for a memory that you can, and it's also he pulls a metal ball out of his nose in Mars. It might be obscure. Pass that
Total
one.
Recall?
Oh, you got it. Let's see here. Is another name for
Total
bugs.
Recall?
Yep,
Yes,
you got
got
it.
it.
It's another name for bugs. They're creepy.
Insects?
Yeah, it's pass that one. Geez, that stuff. Let's see. If you apply to a college and they don't deny you, you would be.
Accepted.
Yep. Let's see here.
Accepted?
Pass that one.
Yes.
Let's see. This is the term for the people who go out during. Geez, pass that one. It's so hard. L plus U equals. I can't remember the line. Rolling with the homies. Rolling with the homies. You remember that line? Pass that one. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's Clueless.
Oh, very cool. I need a blank, but blank. I need a blank, but blank. All right, jeez. That's so tough.
I need a blank to blank.
Blank to blank, yeah. You need another point. It's 3 you got there. Just shade it out. All right, Phil is on here from Port St. Lucie to pair up with our Dolphins cheerleader here today, Jbird. All right, hello, Phil.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Phil, I need it bad. I need it real bad. I don't think I got to tell you.
You and me both, brother. I gotta get these tickets for my wife.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get this for your wife.
Okay, Halloween Horror Nights tickets, what we're talking about.
If you're wondering why Bird is wearing a Dolphins cheerleader's uniform, he's wearing it until the Dolphins win.
And that might be a while.
All right.
Phil's impressed.
Phil's like, oh, all right, and stop.
Yeah. Are you guys done? Yeah. I'm trying to get focused over here.
Okay, you got 60 seconds here to try to beat a score of 4 in the No Name Movie Game. Jbird is giving you the clues. Phil, your time starts now.
Oh, you want to play a game? I've got this game I want to play. I want to murder you, but you have to kill somebody else. Oh, you want to play a game?
Saw?
Yeah. But if it's a puzzle, it would be a what?
Jigsaw puzzle?
Okay, got it. Okay. Look at my underwear. They're made of this. Ooh, what? My underwear. What? Not cotton. The other thing. You also made out of a tie. Yes. 11 reasonable women. What would be the opposite of 11 reasonable women? It's about a jury. They're very upset. It's an old timey movie. What's another name for a dozen? Yeah, they force
A Dirty Dozen?
No, Bass! It's a board where you try to contact the dead. The first word is...
Ouija board.
Yeah, you got it. Okay, I just won this. I'm the best person for 30 days at my company. I am this.
Employee of the month.
At the buzzer!
Yes. We got that. And we got a tie at 4. Yes, that's exciting stuff.
Jbird, you gotta sit like a lady. Everybody can see your balls on KVJ TV.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm here trying to chase greatness. I'm sorry. It's not going to be pretty.
Pull your skirt down.
Yeah, we don't give you pretty.
You gotta cross your legs.
It's my underwear. If they can't handle a little of the bird's underwear, maybe KVJ TV is just a little too hot for them.
Okay, we got a tie here. That means we jump back. Same rules apply, but we cut the clock down to 10 seconds.
See what she's doing? She gets in my head about my.
You're all shook.
Yeah, now she's shook.
Now shook up.
Now
That's what she's doing.
I'm shooking you.
She's shooking you.
Well, now
You're shooken.
KVJ, see my nards.
Yeah. Okay, we go back to Megan here from Wellington. All right, Megan, you got 10 seconds now, okay?
Awesome.
Okay. All right, here you go. Virginia, your time begins now.
Men wear this to a formal. It's a black and white suit.
Suit.
Men wear this. It's a formal. Black and white suit. It's called what?
Oh, that was the tuxedo.
Tuxedo.
Is what you needed. Was the tuxedo. That means all Phil needs is 1 point in 10 seconds to win.
Phil, I know you want this. I can hear it in your voice.
Oh, yeah.
All right, calm down, Phil.
Doing it for his wife.
Okay, here you go. No name movie game.
All right.
Your 10 seconds begins now.
If you do not start on a team, you are always riding this. They call you this. If you don't
The
ever
bench warmer.
Yes.
That's it.
Are we going with that? Bench warmer? Is that okay? All right, Suit says yes.
Yeah.
All right, that counts. Very nice. Congratulations. Jbird gets the belt. Phil, your wife gets Halloween Horror Night tickets to Universal Orlando, okay?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, you are very welcome. It's a one-day park-to-park tickets and a complimentary parking pass
Oh, Phil, I love
to
you.
go in there. Yes.
Love you too, Jbird.
Okay, a lot of love there. Very nice. Coming up here, we got more tickets we're going to be giving away. We're going to be playing Pumpkin Darts. Fun festive thing we do in October. Now, yesterday on our headphone karaoke, we did the Distracted Duets, which is a lot of fun. It was Virginia and myself. We were paired up against Jbird and Denny's that were over there. We did Thriller, and they did Ghostbusters. And
Team Good Hair.
yeah, okay, yeah, I like that. Team Good Hair. Based on the votes that we got, Virginia, we had the better performance, which is nice. And so the losing team gets to pick somebody to be the model for the Pumpkin Darts today.
Who you picking?
I mean, it's gonna be me.
Okay, all right. Okay.
So, like you guys didn't know that. We can't put Sweet Denny's in front of the dart. I'll break the poor
He
kid.
might pop. Like a balloon.
We can't use him or Suits. They're too soft, and I'm real soft.
Too many people are too frail on this show.
Way too soft.
We really need someone to come in here and just toughen us up a little bit.
We do. We need that boot camp.
We need a boot camp. We really should have somebody run the 3 feeble guys on this show through 4 feeble guys during the show.
Can we get a boot camp instructor for real?
I don't know if I can handle it. We need him to walk around with tissues. Okay, so we're going to play some pumpkin darts coming up here in just a second. We're going to take our contestants. We spin them around 5 times, and they've got to try to stick darts in the pumpkin on Jbird's head. If they can do that, they'll win tickets to Halloween Horror Nights. The winner wins the tickets.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
Now we're going to play a fun little game of pumpkin darts here. Something that we've done before on the show, and I want to assure the person who texts in saying, oh my gosh, you're going to put Jbird's eye out. No, what happens is the pumpkin is over his head, so his eyes are not exposed. So we don't have to worry about putting an eye out. Now, it does happen. I've worn the pumpkin on my head before, and I remember Virginia threw a dart right into my chest.
I felt so bad because I threw it and it stuck. And
Yeah, it
it
did.
just hung there.
It was amazing.
And Kevin couldn't see what was going on because he had a pumpkin on his head. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. He's going to bleed.
Yeah, it's not bad. It does sting a little bit, but it's nothing that's going to cause any kind of major harm here. So don't
shave
worry.
the inside, Denny's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
The
pumpkin-
entrance hole is too small.
I put it on my head last night.
Jbird apparently got a big old head. Might be that bushy hair he's got there.
I got bushy hair.
Yeah. So yeah, we get this thing carved down. Boy, that's a.
Starting to lose pumpkin over here. Then he's cutting the whole thing in half.
It's just going to be a pumpkin cap. It's going to be a pumpkin yarmulke here in a second.
I mean, it doesn't cover my mouth, Denny.
Denny's, you didn't help your friend.
That's way too
The hole
dangerous.
was so.
That's so dangerous.
I couldn't get it around.
No,
Birds.
you have to make the inside smaller.
Yeah, you have to lean it forward. Just lean it big time forward so that.
I think we need a bigger pumpkin.
This Friday's not really working out.
That's all they had.
I mean, this is ridiculous. I don't know if we... Do we have a backup pumpkin?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
You got to move it so at least your mouth is protected.
Yeah, I think what you want to do is you want to lean your head forward.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Chin on your
don't
chest.
don't stand straight up. Yeah, you want to just lean out like this. Yes, there you go. So there's nothing but a pumpkin exposed. There you go.
There you go.
That'll be the
Oh,
best
that's
and
awesome.
safest way. Okay, there you
It's
go.
like a butt.
Feels real natural.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay, we got our contestants. Cynthia and Harold are going to be going head-to-head here in Pumpkin Darts. It's a very simple concept that we do here. All they're going to do is they're going to walk in here with 3 darts apiece. We are going to make sure that we set them at the same distance. We're going to spin them around super fast, like 10 times, and then they have got 10 seconds to throw their darts. They must have all 3 darts thrown in that 10-second time period, or that does not count.
Let's do this thing.
Good morning, guys.
Hello, good morning. Welcome,
Good
welcome. Come on in
morning.
here. Come on in here. Okay, good seeing you. What's going on, Harold? How are you?
Pretty good. How are you, Kevin?
Good seeing you. Thanks for coming in today.
Always.
Look
Whatever.
like you're heading off to work today here.
Well, I was already working, so.
Oh, okay. That's
Okay.
good.
Off,
Yeah.
baby.
He's on the
Friday.
clock. He's on the
Well, I
clock.
still have to work, but
Okay.
He's on the clock, y'all. Shh.
he's
On the DL.
My bad. I have a pumpkin on my head.
And Cynthia, welcome here to the studio.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yeah, she's very excited here to play, I know.
Yay.
I think, did you send us the email? You're very sporty. You
I
played
did,
softball and-
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big tennis player.
Okay.
Tennis, okay.
Yeah.
An athlete.
Yeah.
I play some tennis, too.
Yeah.
A little softball, got a good arm.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Well, you,
Okay.
I mean, you bring it.
I'm pretty much gonna hum this thing.
Go, yeah, you hum it.
Love it.
Yeah, you hum it. Okay, so what we're going to do is... okay, we got Jbird. You know what? Actually, that orange pumpkin matches his cheerleader
Okay. All right. Thanks, Smuggy.
outfit. No, it does. I mean, it looks good, actually. Kind of all ties together here.
So
Nice.
weird. Virginia's not doing any of these stunts. Oh, that's right. Virginia doesn't do stunts.
Well, I won in the singing competition. Maybe you should have sung better.
Yeah, she would have been the one. I would totally made her put the pumpkin on her head. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, I stuck a dart in his chest.
Yeah.
I'm due.
Yeah, she
And
owes me.
We can't put this pumpkin over Kevin's new hair.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Can't do. You gotta let this thing shine. It's gotta breathe.
What do you want?
Okay, all right, Jbird, you can get over there in the corner. We'll kick his microphone out there a little bit so we can hear his screams. All right. Okay, so here we go. What you're going to do, Denny's got
awfully
the
close,
camera going.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to put down a marker here for you on the ground. So here you go. This is going to be the marker. All right,
Okay.
you got to stand behind that.
Okay, got it.
Now, what you're going to do is you must spin around 10 times, okay? And then you have 10 seconds to throw your 3 darts.
You got this.
Okay, start
Count off the revolutions as you're.
Yeah,
Why?
you,
why?
you
why,
can spin. We'll count for you.
why are you taking your top off, Jason?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I like this. There he is. There he is. Okay. It's a contest here.
here comes the
Okay.
I spin 10, then throw 3.
You spin 10, throw 3, and you're going to have 10 seconds after I say, and 10, then you got 10 seconds to throw the 3 darts, okay? Because you'll be a little bit dizzy. Make sure you stay behind the blue mark there on the floor
Got it.
to throw this. She is probably, just so you know, about 10 feet away. Jbird's got a pumpkin on his head. All right, we've got Cynthia. She's going to spin around 10 times, 10 seconds to throw 3 darts. And if there is a tie, then you will both win. Just so you know, this is a contest for the Halloween Horror Night tickets. Okay, here we go. Cynthia, you may begin spinning whenever you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go fast. 5, 6. Okay, she's getting dizzy. 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, your time begins. Throwing. Okay. Okay. Miss. There's a hit. And oh, she just threw it into his armpit. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, you did it. Definitely in the 10 seconds. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, pull that out. Oh, pull that out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. Okay. All right. How are we doing here?
I love how I'm surprised that it really hurt.
All right.
That is the one
Okay.
count in his armpit. It's stuck.
No, it's got to stick in the pumpkin, Virginia.
Oh.
Okay, so Cynthia threw one dart and it went into the blind. It's stuck there. You can see it. It's in the blinds behind you. She stuck one into the pumpkin and stuck one into Jaybird's armpit.
Did we
That was
always
an
get
amazing
it?
shot.
We got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
We got
gosh.
that. Okay.
See? Now I felt bad when I hit Kevin in the chest. It's hard.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that was impressive. Wow. Okay.
Dude, please be cool.
Okay, all right,
Take a
Harold.
dive.
They're
Do it again. Okay. All right, Harold, if you can just stick one dart, you'll also get Halloween Horror Night tickets.
All right.
You get two, you will win.
All right.
Okay. All right,
What if I
here we
get
go.
3?
If you get 3, then you definitely win. I mean, my goodness, yeah, it's just still more tickets. Okay, here we go. We got Halloween Horror Night tickets up for grabs. Jaybird has got a pumpkin on his head. Harold stands 10 feet away. Harold, you need to spin around 10 revolutions as fast as you can. Stay behind the blue line, and then you've got 10 seconds to throw 3 darts.
All right.
Okay. All right, you can spin, ready, and begin. We'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, the 10 seconds begins now. Harold is trying to get his bearings and throw. He overthrows him entirely. He throws him overly entirely. Oh, and he missed on all 3. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Congratulations, Cynthia. You won with 1 dart. Congratulations. Halloween Horror Night tickets, jump right over there to the microphone. Wow, that was, you're right, you are a competitor, and you brought it here today. Was there any kind of secret in what you did there, Cynthia? I mean, you actually technically stuck 2 darts, one in a pumpkin, one in the armpit.
I did. No, I was just going for just as hard as I could throw it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You nailed it.
Harold, you were you threw him in the exact same place every single time.
Because I was trying to throw to the left, but it went too much to the right. So I was looking.
Yeah.
I would see him to the left, but I go, okay, he's to my right, so I'll throw it to the left.
Did the dizziness throw you off?
Yes, it did.
That was
Yes,
tough.
it did.
Yeah, that makes it a lot more challenging. Jaybird's got
Dennis
a little
didn't tell me anything about that.
a little pumpkin schmeckle on your nose there.
We've never done it with people that we don't know. We've always done it with our group.
Yeah.
That's horrifying. We didn't vet anybody. We just let people come in here and throw darts at us.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we got to live on the edge.
There's
Yeah.
no screening process at all.
Yeah. Got to make it exciting here. Okay, very nice. Well, congratulations. Enjoy your tickets, and
Thank
thank
you
you
very
both for
much.
coming in here today. A lot of fun there. Another round of pumpkin darts here on the KVJ show. I also got another interesting text about Rocco being on the KVJ Snapchat.
Uh-oh.
Again?
I think he was on there yesterday singing Lizzo.
Oh, is that what was going on?
I heard him walking around the house singing Lizzo.
Was he swearing?
He's not supposed to be swearing.
I don't want to tell you, Snake. Same bit every week.
I can't follow him around the house, y'all. I was carving a pumpkin.
As good as Denny's.
That was an amazing hack job you did on that gourd.
That was some broke down junk right there from my boy. He cut it in half, but the wrong way. It was weird. He turned it into a pumpkin hat.
If it was just like a pumpkin visor, your whole half your face was still showing.
It really was. It was horrifying. It's a horrifying bit, by the way.
It really, yeah.
And yeah, they were real darts.
It's good that it happened so fast, though. It just snuck up on you. You had no time to
You're
think
right.
it out.
That's the best. That's how you had to do it in life.
If you would have sat and thought about it, you'd have been like, wait a minute, guys. I don't know if we should do this.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to check out that Snapchat here in a second. I think Denny's just looking it up just to make sure that
It's FCC friendly.
it's FCC friendly. See if we have to bleep anything out.
He loves Lizzo, so Lizzo curses a little bit.
How's he been doing at school? Have we had any more incidents?
No, he's had a couple of great days at school. No more F-bombs. No more,
Wow,
none of
okay.
that. He's a little bit defiant, but I think they're working that through.
Where does he get that from, I wonder? Defiance. Aggression.
Attitude.
Cursing.
Yeah. Right.
Interesting. Okay.
Where would this come from?
I'm no psychologist. I don't know. I'm talking.
Look,
out
Talking out of turn here.
Yeah, I am.
I get your gist. I own it. I'm a horrible mother.
All right, now you're going too far. It's
No,
not
here we
fun.
go.
It's
Here
not
we
fun
go.
when you go so deep and hurtful against yourself.
Yeah. Here we go. There is a ranking by alcohol.org of the 50 states on tolerance and how many beers people can drink in one sitting before they say they feel drunk.
Do you have I think you kind of have a solid tolerance.
It's not, I don't know because I'm not, I used to be able to tell you exactly. Like I could tell you at what point I get to this and I get to that. And yeah, I mean, that was a badge of honor back in the day. You know, when you're a younger man, where I'm from, your tolerance, I mean, that was the only thing I could do well in the hometown I grew up in. That was I had to do that for survival. So I remember we would drink a lot of beers in a day, and that was impressive.
It's probably one of the classes you were forced to take was beer drinking.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
There were different beers back in our day, though.
True, and not all beers are created alike, and I know that. Like if I'm like tailgating at a football game, I'm going to be there for multiple hours, and I might be having 4 or 5, or more in the course of it. You're going to stick to a lower alcohol beer, your Miller Lights, or I go Corona for the most part for me. You do craft beers, and you get in the 6-7%, and you start doing 4. Yeah, no. Legit, you're going to be very tipsy.
When we did the KVJ boat thing with everybody
on the Pontiki,
and we had the Full Gorilla on there.
Yeah.
I think Full Gorilla was 9% something.
Yeah,
people who don't normally drink that. I mean, it was a rage. People were running on water.
2, you should be done. Like 2, you'd be drunk.
They had to carry people off the boat like by their arms and legs.
People were dancing to exhaustion. I mean,
it's not one of those like session beers where you drink for a long period of time.
Suits got into some dance off. The dance off lasted, I'm not kidding you, for 3 hours.
Oh,
he was exhausted.
These girls were doing things to Suits that I'd never seen before.
It changed him.
He loved it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To turn him into a man, huh?
He did.
That's when
a day on the Pontiki with Full Gorilla.
He didn't have a suit on. he let loose.
They say Arizona, Michigan, and Maine can drink the most at about 4 beers. That's when they feel drunk, at 4 beers. Those are the states with the highest tolerance according to the survey. Hawaii was last at 2.7 beers, with Idaho and Arkansas not too far behind. Arkansas, I'm not buying it, but that's what they say. So, yeah, around 4 beers, and that is the one thing they didn't say. What kind of beers are you talking about? Craft beers are going to be a lot more potent, and it also, too, depends on what kind of craft beer. Yeah, I would say that my tolerance is, I'm feeling it, where I am, I'm an IPA drinker, and after a couple, I'm feeling it. And probably if I do 4 in a row without any kind of break or waters, then yeah, I'm probably getting close.
I'm a cheap date.
Be my guess. What would you say is your tolerance? And who do you think on the KVJ show, myself, Virginia, you, Denny, Suits, who has the highest tolerance? And I think probably that means before you're like going, okay, they're,
So it's kind of a weird question because I feel like Virginia has the highest tolerance, but she acts the worst. So it makes her turn into a demon sometimes. Sometimes she's a pure angel.
Yeah.
But she can drink the most and still keep going, but her actions...
To me, when you're drinking, there
are nothing to be proud of.
But
I don't mean that in the great way, by the way.
Sometimes that doesn't necessarily mean somebody's drunk. Sometimes that just means somebody's like performing and they're using the alcohol as an excuse, and they may not be that loaded.
No, Virginia doesn't do that. She keeps it real.
But some people do.
Yeah.
To me, what is determining that you're intoxicated is it's slurring or like you're losing balance, things like that. Those are the motor skills are going. That's when you're like. You can tell to me, like, definitely, okay, the alcohol's hit them, and that's where your tolerance is.
Pretty darn quick.
Yeah.
If you give me a beer and I drink it quick, which I power
and
drink.
You go for the hardcore stuff.
Well, even if it's just simple, I kind of can feel it. I can feel it pretty quick. It doesn't take me a while to feel it.
Yeah. Yeah, Virginia probably does have the highest tolerance. Well, she's got the most practice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the respect.
But again, she's the wild card that potentially always has a chance of bringing the show down.
Okay, so who can hold their liquor the best or the worst?
She's both. She's got both somehow.
You actually never know what you're going to get.
Suits is obviously the worst. Suits he gets these Jurassic Park arms. That's when you know Suits is drinking. He gets T-Rex arms, and he starts to do the Suit sway. And I had to yell at him one time at Blue Martini because he was like falling and knocking over stuff like, Suits, get it together, buddy. Come on. Don't you want to get laid?
And he straightened right up.
He did. It sobered him up.
The state of Florida fits somewhere in the middle of all that. So, do you think of Floridians as being big drinkers?
Yeah.
I do more than a lot of states just because of our climate, and you're in a lot of situations where you might be drinking, but you do go to certain places. I've lived in some cities where where I'm from, there are a lot of people drink a lot because where the weather, it's cold and you are stuck inside, it's not a lot to do. So drinking is about your only source of entertainment.
I would just say Florida party, all everything. I mean, everything kind of vicey. I kind of think that's why Florida's always in the whacked out news, is everyone's hopped up on goofballs.
There's always something going on,
Yes.
too. Like, there's always, 6 different parties on the weekend, and you got to pick the best.
Yeah, I think Florida's just party across the board.
Okay, yeah.
They might be the best one.
Yeah, they at least in the survey, they weren't ranked in the top 10, and they weren't in the 10 worst. So Florida is somewhere kind of in the middle of all that. I would argue probably that it is realistically some state up north, probably in the Midwest, where they do that. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, my whole extended family's from Ohio. When we were visiting, I watched my cousins pop can after can beer, and they drank the entire day and never seemed drunk. So, yeah, that's kind of what they do. That's just a way of living.
Gosh,
It's that low alcohol canned beer, though. I mean,
It is, yeah, because a lot of times they'll drink.
if you're drinking a 2%, 3%,
Right.
you're not going to be like if you're drinking a 7 or 8. You're just not.
It's a totally different game, absolutely.
I'm just out of curiosity. It's not that I'm trying to crack in any beer, but do we have any here at the station right now?
We've got
We
a ton
do.
of beer.
a ton.
We're beer rich.
Yeah,
We have TOB.
got a lot of beer.
Ton of beer.
Yeah, ton of beer. Yeah, we got interesting story here about beer. I would never guess this. Do you believe that the Jonas Brothers love Coors Light?
No.
I don't either. I thought that was odd. Apparently, they really legitimately do. I don't know how this whole connection happened. Apparently, they just love Coors Light. So they went to the brewery and they helped brew their own batch of beer. And this kind of seems like an odd fit. They've got this Jonas Brother beer that's going to be available in Tampa starting in mid-November. You can check it out. And it's going to have all their faces on the label. I just know the Coors Light drinkers in my life are not Jonas Brothers fans. It's just, I don't know. It seems like a middle-aged man kind of beer.
It seems like an endorsement, and they're, we love Coors, and we're also getting paid $1 million to
Seems
say
like a
that.
good fit.
Are they from there? Are they from Colorado? Where are they from? Like, make this make
They're
sense.
from New Jersey.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's clearly an endorsement.
Clearly.
Yeah, that's what I thought here. Thought this was kind of fun. I was looking on social media, and they were asking, what are the weird things that you've done as a kid when you look back? Something that was kind of like odd that stood out.
When I would get cheeseburgers, I would mush them down flat as a pancake, and I would just look at it for a good 5 minutes, and I'd still make it. I'd still have it still be warm, and then I'd press it on my face. And I don't know why I would do that as a kid. It just felt good, and then I'd eat my burger.
Yeah.
Would that count?
That's how you do it? Yeah, that is kind of odd.
Am I close to being?
That's kind of a
okay.
weird thing, yeah. I would imagine you probably could write a book of the weird things I did when I was a kid.
I had a lot. I had to go to therapy because I kept on kissing God in class and then snapping my ear like that to see if I was going deaf.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was going deaf, and I thought God was mad at me about all these things.
It's weird.
And they made me go to therapy because of that.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, that's really kind of weird, yeah.
I mean, talk about a guy monopolizing a bit. He's got so much content.
They're down to his top 10.
I definitely have a top 10.
Now, I don't know if this is weird or not. Virginia's got a 4-year-old that loves getting on the KVJ show Snapchat and leaving snaps for people. We've tried to curb him of the foul language and the F-bombs he was dropping on there.
He's doing better. He doesn't challenge people to fist fights anymore on Snapchat.
Well, that's good.
Cursing and
That's good.
saying, you calling me a sucker?
Was he trying to fight our listeners?
Yes.
I wonder where he got that from, Kev.
I know, yeah. He does love Lizzo, so people are letting us know, oh boy, Virginia's 4-year-old son Rocco is back on Snapchat singing Lizzo.
Hello, everyone. This is me, Rocco, and I wanted to tell you I love you. Thanks. Bye. Turns out I'm 100 plus. That you wouldn't.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, got bought off human enemy. Rip your pants off.
Rip your pants off?
I think he changed the words.
What? Rip your pants off? Wait, what's going on in this Lizzo song?
It does not say that in the song.
Okay,
He's making it his own. If this was American Idol,
Rip your pants off?
making it your own.
Okay, all right, there you go. All right, so what did you do as a kid? The weird things.
Turns out I'm 100 plus. That you wouldn't. Yeah, got bought off human enemy. Rip your pants off.
What? Wait, what?
I think he's making it his
Wait,
own.
what?
Yeah, it's definitely
rip your
not
pants
in the
off.
lyrics.
Rip your pants off. Okay. Weird things you did as a kid. Getting on your mommy radio station's Snapchat and singing Lizzo. Stuff like that. This is kind of funny because I saw this. Somebody sent this in. It sounds a lot like what we were dealing with yesterday on the show. Said, yeah, when I was a kid, I stuck a red marker on my nose. I rubbed it all around, and then I took out a tissue, and I kind of blew my nose into it. And then I showed my teacher. I'm like, oh, my nose is bleeding. I went to the clinic. They called my mom. I went home, but I actually wanted to go to McDonald's, and she took me.
Oh.
That is an awesome family right there. I love it.
Oh, you got a bloody nose? Let's go to McDonald's.
Get your Big
Did your mom know you used the marker?
No,
or did she think
no.
you had a bloody nose?
Mama thought that
You had a bloody nose.
you had a bloody nose.
Okay, I thought Mom was in cahoots with you. I mean, really trying to get you your Big Mac.
No,
on.
he just scammed everybody. Mama didn't know.
Mm-hmm. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, I used to play tug of war with my hair and my dog. So my dog would be on one side of me, so I'd be pulling on my head. My dog's like playing tug of war with my hair.
That's just precious. I don't know if that's even weird. That's just good, clean fun.
For you, that's not even close, huh?
No.
Okay, some of the other things people have sent us. I used to enjoy peeling the dead skin off my mom's feet.
Oh.
Now we're getting back into that arena.
Okay, yeah.
Yuck.
Okay. I don't know if this is weird, but I bet a lot of kids did this. I think I did this. Whenever I would finish eating a cupcake, I'd also stick the paper from the cupcake back in my mouth, and I'd chew on it for a bit and then spit it out.
Give me a break. 1982 called.
That was kind of standard, wasn't it?
Big time.
Yeah. I established my own religion, and I prayed to my God like every night for a year.
I didn't do that, but as a kid, did you ever try to move things with your mind because you thought maybe you could have the force?
Don't think I ever did that.
Really?
Yeah.
I cannot be the only kid that really tried to move. I used to try to move my sister's dolls to scare her. It didn't
You're
work.
watching some Star Wars?
Oh, yeah. I always try to move things with my mind.
Did you ever have this? Somebody texted in, I thought the moon was following me when I was in the car.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. I remember that.
You still have that.
I have some moon issues, yeah. But as a kid, I totally thought the moon was following me.
Someone else said I would poke holes on top of my doll boxes so that they could breathe. Makes sense.
Oh, that's sweet.
I want to suffocate them. Somebody else put lotion on their teddy bear's mouth and paws because they thought it was ashy. Yeah, I used to think that the laugh tracks that you would hear on TV shows were other people watching from home laughing. So I'd sit really close to the TV and laugh as hard as I could to try to hear my voice.
Aww.
It's not weird again. It's adorable.
That is adorable.
I used to put Elmer's glue all over my hand, let it dry, and I'd peel it off and eat it.
I did that. I did. I went through a big phase of that.
I remember.
Eat it?
I put it in my mouth and chew on it, yeah.
I remember in third grade, Rob Thompson was going steady with Heather Kinney, and she would take the plastic pencil cases that we had and put Elmer's glue on there and pretend like she was baking him glue sandwiches, and then she'd take him out of the oven and he would eat it. It was the grossest thing.
But what a romantic story.
Yeah, kind of like they were playing like house or something.
Huh.
Kids are people are weird, man. We all do something weird. Even Ralston over there.
Yeah.
At home, alone, there's something weird going on.
Yeah. Kind of, we all have our own little weird ticks.
I still, to this day, smell all the insides of my shoes just to see if they're stinky.
I don't know if that's weird.
Is that weird?
I don't think it's weird. Now, if you smelled your shoes and you're like, oh gosh, I love my stank. Yeah, then I think you would be weird.
Okay. That was kind of like the Lizzo of the 90s. It was kind of like that song where it's like, oh, okay. It was just kind of fun as a little sing-along.
I've been trying to learn that song for the last 2 months. There's a lot of words in that song. It's the easiest song to play on the guitar, but the words are a lot.
But, I mean, he didn't really go very deep with the hits. Is Biz Markie a one-hit wonder?
Yeah, he pretty much is.
Lizzo, I think when it's said and done, will not be a one-hit wonder.
No, she's actually got a few songs. There's at least one other song I know out from her. It's pretty good.
There's
so.
3.
Oh, there is? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just not as well steeped in for Lizzo's you
Good
are.
as Hell, Juice,
Yeah,
and
right.
Tempo.
I don't know
And
Tempo.
Boys.
I don't know those.
Are those bangers or are they just...
They're fun. You probably won't hear Tempo on the radio because there's a lot of curse words in it, but it's fun.
Rocco loves it.
It's Rocco's favorite.
Virginian or young children, that's what they all listen to.
Boys is fun too if you want to dance around.
Okay, all right. They say that there are phone apps that we just can't live without. What do you think would be in the top 10? If you had to guess, of the ones people say they can't live without.
Instagram.
In fact, what do you think would be Instagram? That's a good one. What do you think is number 1?
No,
Instagram's 2.
Does texting count or no?
No, not really. Because I don't see it on here. I think that texting would be in pretty much everybody's top 10. I don't know if that necessarily counts as an app. I think that's more of a feature.
YouTube.
Google.
YouTube is 4. Your Google is 9.
Facebook.
Facebook is number 1. That's the number 1. 21% of people say they can't live without the Facebook app. And Instagram is 2 with 11%. So, that Mark Zuckerberg is crushing it with the number 1 and number 2 apps.
Yeah.
Where's Twitter on that list?
Twitter is down at number 7, 6%.
Yeah, I haven't really done much on Twitter lately. I don't know. There's just too much.
I still love Twitter, but I love it for different reasons.
Its only real point to me is news or sports. And those are the 2 categories that Twitter does better, I think, than any other platform on.
I think, too, sometimes if you go on a crazy rant, it might be good.
Maybe. Yeah.
You don't get cheese on your burger, and you
got to take it to Twitter.
You let the world know.
Yeah, some of the other ones that are on there, they've got your Snapchat, which Rocco loves, is at number 5. Gmail's at number 3. And Google Maps, which is very handy, is at number 8. So there you go. That's some of the apps we say we cannot live without. Now, what about the KVJ show? Here's what we did. We went, and Denny's went through our phones. You can see which apps you're using the most on there.
I never look at that, ever.
No.
I think it would be frightening. It gives you that thing every once in a while and says, hey, do you want to see what your screen time is? I'm like, no, I do not want to see what my screen time is because I don't want to be screen time shamed by my phone.
Yeah, I just kind of look, and every now and then it's interesting. I don't really ever take a peek at it, but when you look at this, it was so obvious. You can really tell whose phone is who. In fact, if you know us, there's no way you would miss any of these. All right, so who do you think's phone this is? Okay, the top 5 apps are YouTube, texting, Red Lobster, Grubhub, and Delivery Dudes. Those are the top 5 apps by usage.
That's definitely the Bird.
I don't know. I don't want to ruin the game.
Yeah, that is definitely Bird. Yeah,
so texting is up there for me then. I guess you consider that an app.
Yeah, texting is your second most used app. They don't have it on the other one, but the way the iPhone reads it.
And I think that's going to be for everybody, text. I mean, that's how I really communicate with anybody.
Absolutely. It's the easiest.
Do you ever talk on the phone?
I do, but only to people that are old like me.
I'm not good at talking on the phone, and I feel like I always sound like I'm pissed off, so I just try to avoid it, and then people go, why do you want to talk? Well, because I always sound like a man on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm just not good on the phone.
All of us had texting in our top 5.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're not going to go away from that. Okay, whose phone do you think this is? They have, in their top 5 of the apps they use, Facebook is number 1. Just like the national average. They use Facebook the most.
It's Virginia.
Apple Music, Instagram, the official NASCAR app, and text messages.
That's Suits.
It is, but without NASCAR, would you think that was Suits?
I think it's Virginia.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, no, that's not the number 1. Yeah, Virginia, in fact, looking at hers.
The first app, I Hate Men app. The I Hate Men app.
They have that? I need to get that.
They might. I don't know if they have it or not.
Virginia uses Twitter more than she does Facebook. Instagram's your number 1. You use Instagram the most, then Twitter, then Facebook, Virginia.
That's how I feel. That is exactly how I feel. I like Instagram the most, then Twitter, then Facebook.
She posts a lot on Instagram. I mean, a lot, Kev.
A lot.
Hashtag thirsty AF.
I actually posted something calling myself thirsty yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah.
I know. I follow.
I said I'm thirsty and basic. I'm drinking pumpkin spice latte beers.
Okay. Yeah, that is thirsty.
Is it time for a beer yet?
That's real. Pumpkin spice latte beer.
Texting is your number 1 that you have, Virginia.
I see that.
Okay, who do you think this is from the show? Number 1 is the texting. Number 2 is Leafly. Wonder what that could be.
Leafly.
Leafly is the number 2 most used app on this person's phone. Then they've got YouTube, IGN, which is gamer news, and then Twitch. is number 5.
He doesn't at all sound like a stoner.
Leafly is marijuana news.
It's almost too
That
easy.
is his second most used app on his phone.
And that's some video game thing.
And then my number 1 app that I use is music. That is the number 1, the iTunes music app.
So I listen to a lot of music on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll rip I'll listen to videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm using mine the most for. And this is, like I said, it's so easy.
How does yours go again?
Here's my top 5. I've got music at number 1.
Okay.
So I use my apps. That's the number 1 app I use. Then it's ESPN. Then it's texting.
Okay.
Then Bleacher Report, which is more sports. And then mail is number 5.
Boring. I mean, I'm over here looking up cheddar biscuits from Red Lobster.
Sports and music. That basically sums up my life. That's pretty much it. So there you go. It's a cool little thing that you can go check out, too, if you don't know, because I had to actually ask Denny's. I'm like going, okay, how do you do this? You can actually check to see your top apps that you use. Might be kind of surprising, maybe not. If you go to settings, you just click screen time and more details.
Oh.
Yes, so you go to settings, click screen time and more details to find out what are the top 5 apps you're using on your phone.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. Yeah, so many people on meth. Ow!
Yeah. All right. Interesting stuff we got going on today, your Whack Out News. Did you hear this story on the Spirit Airlines flight out of Chicago? It got delayed. They had something very gross going on. A drunk passenger vomited on a stranger's hair.
Oh, hell.
Oh, my gosh. What?
A flight from Chicago to Baltimore getting off to quite a rough start this morning for one passenger after another traveler threw up in her hair. Somebody on board that plane shared this video with us. She says the man who vomited was drunk and then was escorted off, but then everyone else had to get off too while they deep cleaned the plane. The woman was forced to clean her hair in a sink.
Oh my
They
gosh.
eventually took off after another delay when 2 more drunk passengers locked themselves in the bathroom.
What is going on this flight?
What is going on?
What are you doing on this flight?
Are they serving White Claw?
Well, it's called Spirit Airlines. Is that what it is, Spirits?
They locked themselves in the bathroom, just having like a drunk breakdown.
What do? Drink a bottle of Jack at the gate?
Spirit is your bargain airline.
I mean, after the guy throws up, you're like, oh man, what a terrible night. Then a drunk person locks himself in the bathroom. They go, okay, what a terrible. There's another one, a third. I mean, what the hell's going on here?
Wow.
These people sound fun.
Oh my goodness.
They sound extra.
They sound like they get it done.
Well, if you're a Canadian Mountie, it doesn't get any easier than this, trying to find a drunk driver. They actually come to you in Canada. Drunk driver actually just pulled right into the police station parking lot and tried to sleep it off.
Oh.
Like, who's in the parking lot? I don't know. Let's go check on him. Yes.
There was one guy who did the same thing, and he called the cops to tell them that he wasn't going to drive. He's like, yeah, I just want to let you know I pulled over. I've been drinking. I'm not going to be driving. And they came and arrested him.
Dummy.
Big dummy. This guy's a big dummy, too. Police in Port Charlotte are looking for a man who was caught on video stealing security cameras. So he was caught on a video security camera stealing security cameras.
Well, he knows it's not safe out there.
The man was recorded taking the cameras from a business that did the same thing he just stole. The footage was uploaded to a server that allows the police to take a still photo of him. So Port Charlotte's not a huge town. I'm sure he's probably already caught by now.
Yeah, the video's not in the camera, you dummy.
Jeez. Now, this is understandable, I guess. Have any of you ever been in a police chase?
No.
Okay. I just got to tell you, they're amazingly stressful.
I usually pull over when I see them behind me with the lights on.
Sometimes
I
you
never
just can't,
go
Virginia.
like, let me just gun it and see how this turns out.
Sometimes you just can't. You got things going on, be going, not today. I don't have time for this. But I tell you, after a police chase, there's nothing like a good deep tissue massage. This woman in Oviedo here in Florida, she stopped for a massage after fleeing the scene of an accident, and the cops were on her tail.
Oh my gosh.
She makes a U-turn. While doing so, she crashes into a truck, Then she takes off. She turns into a business plaza and just walks calmly into the chiropractor's office for a deep tissue massage. When the officers arrive, she's on the table getting her massage.
Okay, that's a different level crazy.
Yeah. That's pretty amazing, huh?
Was she on something, or is she really just crazy?
I think she's just crazy. Don't say anything about any kind of intoxicants, Virginia.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a guy in Seattle who would not move over for somebody who was tailgating him. He was in the fast lane on the freeway on Wednesday. Did not realize the individual behind him that was tailgating really needed to get through. I mean, really, because he himself was in a high-speed police chase. How inconvenient is that when somebody's hogging up the fast lane? When you're be like, hey, I'm in a police chase. Move over. And because the guy wouldn't move, the cops were able to catch up to the driver and arrested him.
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? The one time I guess it was good. Well, this is a guy that just is probably going to win our jerk of the day. And we've had a lot of jerky stories already. But this dude in Tennessee wanted $10 from his grandma. And she's like, I'm not giving it to you. So she stuck it in her drawers, and he fished in the drawers for it and took it.
Oh, boy.
Wait a minute. While she was wearing them?
Yes.
Oh.
He fished in Granny's drawers to get $10.
Dude.
When she was sleeping?
No.
She wouldn't give it to him. She goes, no, I'm not giving it to you. She stuck it in her underwear, and he went in and got it.
White Town News freaking me out, man.
Well, that's why it's here. There's a guy in the UK that decided to lose weight last year. He got up to 560 pounds, but he wasn't losing any weight because he loved fast food too much. Them fish and chips. It's hard to stay away from there in the UK.
I get it. They're delicious.
So his personal trainer put up flyers all over town saying, do not serve this guy any fast food. And a year later, he's lost half his body weight.
That's amazing.
The town got in on it and said, no, bud, sorry, you can't do it. You know what would happen if you broke into a house and there were dogs there?
Oh,
they're
my gosh.
They're going to defend, right?
Or some don't. Some will just lick the guy and then walk away.
Some, yeah. A lot of good dogs, though, are going to, put up some kind of fight.
You
They're gonna be like,
hope.
this person doesn't belong in this house. So what happens when you break into a cat cafe? This actually happened in Alabama. They got surveillance footage of the cats just watching the person walk on by. Meow, meow, meow.
The cats don't care.
No, they don't care a bit.
I'm telling you, there's a lot of dogs that wouldn't care either, unfortunately. I know for a fact if someone broke in and started doing all kind of weird stuff, he'd be startled in the beginning, confused, and then he'd be like, I'm out of here.
Really? Okay.
I think
Not
he
a guard dog, huh?
I think he watches. I don't think he has it in him to attack a person, to defend me. I don't think he'd even know how to. Instinct, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
He's a licker. He likes to lick.
Yeah, he does, huh? Okay. Well, that's good to know. If you need a good licking, go to Jbird.
We should dress Suits up like a burglar and make him break into your place just to see what Chewy will do.
Lick him to death. I don't know, Suits, you might like it.
Tough way to go. Or a good way to go. I don't know. There's a guy in New Jersey that was nice enough to contact local farms. He had an interesting request for their cows and horses. He wanted to make vigorous love to them.
Okay.
They said no. So
why? What's the problem?
Yeah, they just were not going to allow that to happen to their cows and horses. So he retaliated by putting metal spikes in their driveways to pop their tires.
Oh my gosh.
They found out about this wannabe dude, and they arrested him. Several charges. But, I don't think you can get him on the bestiality because he hadn't actually done it.
Follow through. Oh, trust me, he's done it before.
This ain't his first rodeo.
This ain't his first ask.
Are you slightly impressed? At least he asked for permission. I mean, it's a hashtag Me Too era. I mean, he wants consensual animal relations.
Nay.
No. Nay.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Do you believe this, that apparently farming is the occupation that gets it on the most?
Farming?
That's at least what they're trying to claim. They say that they are good in the saddle, and they claim to be number one when it comes to overall performance, rating themselves as incredible.
After that story you just had in the Whacktown News about the horse.
Yeah.
Are we sure there are people we're talking about?
Yeah, bestiality doesn't count.
I don't know if they're betting their own animals or not.
You say, living on a farm.
Well, they do say a lot of times a roll in the hay. That's a euphemism that is out there. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm sure that probably farmers, have got their own little, funny little punchlines that they do.
Well, they had that website, remember, for dating, farmersonly.com?
Oh, yes. I do, and that was kind of a big deal.
It was they were advertising everywhere.
What do you think? You think a farm girl too tough for me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Your hands, you and Kevin both. Never seen an honest day's work in your life.
I'm just saying, you don't think
soft little baby hands.
She thinks I'm too soft for her.
She would take one look at you in that Dolphins cheerleading outfit and be like, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah, but it's my gig. It's my act.
So if you were trying to sell your profession as being the one that is the best in bed, do you have a phrase that you would use to sell it?
Yeah.
Because I could see that whole, taking a roll in the hay is being, maybe that was the line that, the farmers were using to kind of get all that action.
Hey, Kevin, could you readjust my microphone? Is that the game? Is that the bit? We're trying
That's going to be, so if you're trying to sell an on-air radio DJ.
Well, you're saying farmers say roll in the hay, so
Yeah.
we would say something like, "Yeah, why don't you play with my microphone?" No?
How about I do great things with my mouth?
Oh, Kevin, giving a girl goosebumps over here. Kevin really knows how to press the buttons, if you know.
Okay. Okay.
Virginia gets real dirty in entertainment news.
What? Oh, man. I think every profession has got their own little slogan here. Your bedroom brag slogan. Farmers are laying claim to the fact that they have more sex than people in any other job. They say 1 in 3 farmers are getting it on daily. That is the stat that they have.
Daily,
and we can't get in trouble with any of this because it's all, double entendre kind of stuff, right?
What do you mean?
Right, we can say like I have one for a pizza maker, but I don't know if I can say it or not.
I don't know. You're always questionable.
Should I not say it?
I don't know. What is it? Can you see it, Virginia? What do you think?
Pizza maker. If you're a pizza maker, I love working and eating pie. Working on and eating pie. Is that too?
You're good. Don't say it again.
Okay. Was that too much?
You made Kevin blush. Look at his forehead.
Yeah, well,
he blushes in weird.
It's my natural skin color. But yeah.
He blushes and splotches.
I blush on my back. It's weird.
He's blush spots.
They say the top 6 jobs that report having the most relations are farmers, architects, hairdressers, people in advertising, lawyers, and teachers. Last place, journalists. They have the least amount of sex. And farmers are also saying they're really good at it, too. 67% say they're, quote, incredible in the bedroom.
Wow.
And the jobs claiming to be the best, farmers, doctors, architects, construction workers, and people in advertising.
I got one for a sub artist. Do you want it?
Like at Subway?
Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
My buns taste real good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Virginia hates it. I think I'm making her blush now.
It's the way you're looking at me.
I'm sorry.
You're looking through my soul.
I'm sorry.
With these seductive, weird eyes. And you're wearing a Dolphins cheerleading outfit. It is different.
Some of the farmers are texting us. They're letting us know that, yes, they actually do have their own little phrase to try to sell their bedroom brag slogan that they've got here. I can plow your field all day long.
Okay.
And someone else sent in a text. They say, I grew up on a farm, so I know how to raise a... it's another word for chicken.
Okay.
That might be a farm girl, maybe.
What about librarian? You got anything for librarian?
Haven't seen a librarian one yet.
That's one of the Bird's favorites. I'll tell you his top 3.
Of what?
Just girls and professions that you would like to have a role play session with. Nurse, teacher, librarian.
I mean, she knows me very well.
She knows me. Probably the good ones that I'm seeing right now, the best. Firefighters. Everything from...
I think every single girl has the firefighter fantasy, right?
Yeah, but even just their little phrases that they can use. The bedroom brag slogans. Firefighters, we have big hoses. That's good. Firefighters, we find them hot and leave them wet.
Oh.
Okay.
When there's something hot out there, we slide down a pole. It still works.
There's even some for accountants.
Okay.
Accountants, their bedroom brag slogan, let's get fiscal. Fiscal.
Oh,
terrible.
That is absolutely. You should dump yourself for even saying that.
And another one for accountants, we are good with figures.
Oh.
All kinds of figures. Oh, if you know what I mean. Let me see. Realtors getting in theirs. My threshold is waiting for you. Okay.
I'm open just like a house.
Pest control, your bedroom brag slogan, I kill it. Okay.
I don't know if I like that.
Okay. Let me see. We've got everything from electrician, their bedroom brag slogan, we fix your shorts. Okay.
Electrician, you could maybe go, yeah.
Let's spark it up.
Let's spark it up, and I got to put something in that socket.
Okay.
Did you ever, when you were little,
Yes.
try to put it in the socket?
Yes. No, not that. No. No, I tried to touch the socket. I got in trouble because trying to put a knife
You're
in the
what?
socket, but yeah, not that.
What?
Get your mind out of the gutter, Sinicki.
I'm just asking questions.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
You were so quick to say yes.
I thought you meant trying to like electrocute myself. Yes, I was fascinated by that. Don't do that at home, by the way.
Okay. Let me see. I'm a swimming pool man, and I really know how to push that pole.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. There you go. That's some of them. Let me see. Librarian, just be quiet. Go in for another chapter.
Ooh, it's almost like a novel there.
The bird likes it.
Okay. For divers, their bedroom brag slogan, do it deeper and stay down longer. It's true.
I spear it.
There's so many T-shirts that say that. Dive T-shirts.
Oh, is that
Ooh.
okay? That's so they use that a lot, huh?
Virginia's going after the diving community now.
Yeah.
I've seen it on so many T-shirts.
There's one for hairdressers. We tease it till it stands up.
That's just clever.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of good ones there. Anyone that you want to drop on us, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. How do you feel about the whole sugar baby concept? Apparently, it is a phenom that is growing and is apparently very popular here in South Florida because you got so many rich guys to be the sugar daddies, and you got a lot of young girls who would like to have the finer things in life but just can't make the kind of income to get it. So, thus, that's why it works so well in South Florida. But we've got one dad that's not real hip on the whole concept. We'll talk to him coming up next.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Virginia, you got a problem with the whole sugar baby concept?
Nope, sure don't.
Don't have a problem.
I don't. I think it's a arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if the daddy and the baby both come to terms, who am I to judge?
Magnolia's 23 and she tells you she's a sugar baby. Do you have a
That's a
problem?
different story.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I love the double standards.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Magnolia, you're not in that situation. You're not going to be in that situation.
Okay, but-
I'm going to be in your life so much, you're going to actually be annoyed by it. You're not going to need to ever turn to a sugar daddy because I'm here.
Why would that bother you?
Because I want her to have a different goal standard. I want her to have and she's not going to be poor. She's not going to be destitute. I'm not going to leave her out there hanging like that to where she would need some man to help her pay her rent or her car bill or something like that. I've already started training her. Like, she works at Publix. I've already got her working, and we're establishing this thing of we work for ourselves. We do for ourselves so that we don't have to rely on any man to do for us. That is what I'm teaching in my daughter. But I don't want to judge anybody else who has a different path.
But we are kind of judging, though. We say we're not, but we are judging.
You do you, and you do what makes you happy. But for my daughter, I want her to be self-sufficient, not have to look to some man.
Well, I think if you're looking at the definition of it, if you're like, okay, what is the sugar baby thing? I got an email here. We're going to talk to Harry in a second about his daughter. It's on this seeking arrangement site. And they say sugar babies Are college students, aspiring actors and actresses, single moms, or someone just starting out? She's ambitious and appreciates the value of finding a successful member who can be a mentor/teacher, confidant, friend, and lover, and even a business partner and investor in her future. Sugar babies do not want to be in a monotonous traditional relationship prescribed by society that no longer works today. Rather, she is seeking a modern relationship, one that is different and matches her ambition and drive, with a romantic partner who can play the traditional role of provider or gentleman without placing unreasonable limitations on personal.
I don't know, man.
I don't like intertwining sex with business. And all of that sounds great.
But it may not be sex. I don't know that it's
sex. It's absolutely, when you
always
said the word lover.
It says, but
he's
that was
a confidant. He's a business partner. He's a lover. Okay. None of that confidant and business partner comes without the lover part.
Okay. So you can't have one without the other. You can't just be, some arm candy and have a guy that's going to mentor you, and it's an arrangement where he's got business dealings that he wants some arm candy, and in exchange he'll be buying some nice things for you, and he'll also give you some life advice.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not in the game. I can't tell you, what's out there and what's going on. But I just think as soon as you start intertwining sex and business, and now he's helping you, but you have to do things for him in the bedroom, it's not ideal.
Harry is here from Orlando. He's trying to cope with this after finding out that his daughter apparently is trying out the whole seeking arrangement sugar baby type thing here. Now, tell me a little bit about what your situation is and how you found out that your daughter was a sugar baby here, Harry.
Well, I'm a single father, and I've got 2 adult children. My 20-year-old son, he found out that my daughter, who's a little bit older than him, she's 23, she's on a dating site for that. And, she's a college dropout. She had, several career paths to choose, and she's trying to find herself.
Okay.
And I know she's not really financially independent because I hold a lot of money for her. I have a lot of money that I hold over her head. And then, it bothered me because I found this out, and my first thought is, I gotta cut this off, because I'm still, financially supporting her and stuff. And I'm trying to get her back in to live with me, so she makes, better decisions.
Right.
And then my son tells me that it's not a big deal because there's so many girls in their young 20s that do this, and it just doesn't. It's still not right for me, because that's my baby girl. What are your guys' thoughts on this? Should I?
I don't know, because there's 2 ways to look at it. Here's the one thing: when you have this, you're holding money over her head, and that's kind of your manipulative tool. And you were saying, okay, well, I could withhold this money, try to force her back in with me so I have more control of her life. Unfortunately, sometimes when that kind of stuff happens, when you're talking about a 23-year-old girl, she may just say, okay, well, if you're going to play that, I'm just going to go on my own. And if she's already making money on a sugar baby site, and she's like, these guys aren't telling me what to do, that maybe that pushes her more into the lifestyle of doing the sugar baby thing. Hopefully you would never be in a situation where you feel like you were doing things you would not want to do with somebody sexually simply because they're giving you money, because I don't know how you define it, but it feels like that word that rhymes with tooker.
Yeah, especially you got some 85-year-old guy, liver spots, long balls.
Yes.
Ugh, gross.
Ain't nothing worth that amount of money.
Ain't nothing against anybody that has liver spots or long balls. I'm just saying.
Look in the mirror.
Yeah, I know.
When I got
You're right.
Yeah. You a sugar daddy?
No, I just love sugar.
Okay. Well, I started thinking about that. Okay, because I got a daughter that is 21, and if you're in an arrangement where she was, for instance, somebody's like, hey, I need somebody to accompany me to the dinner or whatever it might be, and they're, hey, I'll set you up with this and that, and nothing at all was truly sexual, how would you feel about it then? Virginia, if Magnolia were in a situation where she's a sugar baby, she assures you there's no sex, you'd be like, oh, Mom, come on, I would never do anything like that.
I'm just leading him on, Mom.
Well, no, and he may say, we have a perfect understanding. I've told him that there will be no sexual activity. I don't kiss him or anything like that. It's just he's like, look, I need somebody to accompany me. I'll get you a ride. I'll get you a dress. I'll put you up in a hotel.
It's so weird. You don't want that for Max.
You don't. You don't want that, and she doesn't. She's not going to be in a position where she needs that.
Okay.
I think the time to train them is when they are 13, 14, 15. If she's in her 20s, it may be too late for you to go back and undo the training she didn't get.
So does Harry try to pull the money he's giving her back now? And say,
I would
look,
not.
Oh, okay.
I would not pull the money back, because then what's going to happen is instead of having one sugar daddy, she's just going to have 3 now.
Okay.
It's fun now. But if this is what you do now in your formidable years, where are you going to be when you're in your 30s and you're not so cute anymore? And now you're 35, or now you're 40, not so cute anymore.
Dad,
the
this is gonna
sugar
be a
daddy
springboard. I'm just doing this to, lay the foundation for my future.
Foundation for what, though? Like, what are you doing? Now, if she's interning at a Fortune 500 company and she's dating one of the
Daddy
executives...
Longballs wants to take her to a...
Everything needs to be discussed, and you need to have frank discussions with her about the choices she's making. If she's just meeting up with guys, exchanging money for sex, it's not. It's got a dead end.
And look at you. You're in your late 40s, and you are adorable.
Long balls over here. You always got something to say.
All right, anybody else got a thought you want to share on this and Harry's situation? You can let us know. Harry's not real thrilled. His daughter is on one of those sugar baby sites. She's trying to supplement the income by having some rich, wealthy dude pay her money to at least be arm candy and be company for him. So, what exactly happens physically, I don't know.
I love how you're making it just arm candy going to parties.
Hopefully it is.
Okay, can we get back from
I'm trying to be
La La
hopeful
Land?
for Harry that's
Kevin,
hopefully all it is.
You're such a Boy Scout.
I would hope that's all it is.
Oh, Kevin.
Now, a couple texts we got. Somebody said, I worked executive protection for an elitist in Palm Beach, and he had 5 sugar babies for himself. And it's not about sex and money. These guys are just lonely. So that's what somebody's saying, that they know firsthand experience that it's not just about sex. They want
NBI. Not buying it.
young, attractive company.
Okay. You're right. I'm sure there's no.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'm not saying every single case, because nothing is ever absolute, as Yoda has taught us. But, I mean, let's be honest.
More times than not. If
More
the guy
times.
is paying, he wants something in return other than you just sitting and talking to him.
Now, you'll get some girl calling in from Boca that's going to say, guys, I go out with this guy. He's 90 years old. He does not want to sleep with me.
Because he's got ED. You better hope he doesn't get any paws on Viagra, or you're in trouble, sister.
ED.
He said another text said, okay, this guy, this Palm Beacher, would pay them $5,000 a week to work 3 days, overlapping with each other. Not once did they have sex. He was in his 60s, never married, and no kids, but extremely lonely and enjoyed the company of younger women who looked sexy and did all the housework and whatnot for him. They had crazy benefits, too.
Well, that sounds like a dream gig.
Yes.
They don't come around so often, Kev.
Yeah.
I don't think they're all that dreamy.
We're getting all the success stories. Let's get the real text coming in.
The ones that are ashamed don't call in.
Well,
yeah, the ones that do it for money are not
It
calling
was
in.
terrible. I'm not calling in. I don't want to relive it.
People say look no further than the Jeffrey Epstein story and the situations that are happening there on Palm Beach.
I mean, you want to talk about sick and twisted.
Yeah.
The things he did, and he did not pay those girls $5,000 a week.
Somebody else texted in and said, I am the director of victim services for Palm Beach County, and this could be a gateway to human trafficking. Men start lavishing young girls with expensive gifts and cars and things that they did not have access to, and the next thing you know, they think that this person loves them, and it leads to them being trafficked in this country and in the state.
That's scary.
That is scary, and that is a reality of the situation that's going on. In fact, they are going to have a big walk in downtown West Palm Beach next weekend. I think another one's going to be in Port St. Lucie that is all about human trafficking to bring awareness to it, because it is so prevalent, especially with the Super Bowl coming up here in South Florida this year. They say that's one of the biggest human trafficking events, and they train people at hotels and restaurants and with the airlines to look for signs of people who might be in human trafficking.
That's so terrible.
And it's crazy.
I hope they bust every single one of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sad part for Harry is they said, unfortunately, your daughter is an adult now, so you can just try to have a real talk with her and hope that it sinks in. But other than that, coercion and manipulation with money is not necessarily going to win her over.
You got to stay in her life, and you got to try to keep being that positive reinforcement of going down a different path. Don't make it bad by fighting with her. Don't make it bad by alienating her because she needs you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I got Candace on here from Palm Beach. You say there was a huge story about this on Dateline, Candace?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Kevin, Virginia, and Jbird. Love you guys. I met Zeus when I lived in Boca. Anyway,
Okay.
Virginia, I agree with you. I have a daughter who's 18, and I have a son who's 15, and I agree with you 100%. So, on Dateline NBC, it was a really big story, and it was all over the United States. It was about a girl, I think it was in Utah. She was going to college. Nobody else knew this. She got off of a flight. An Uber or a Lyft took her to a park. She met this guy who was on the Sugar Babies website who posed as this big, rich guy and all this other thing. Anyway, cut to the, she was missing. Family couldn't find her. And then they finally traced where she was. And this guy ended up, actually, he wasn't who he was. He was a felon. He had all these fake IDs. He ended up killing her and burning her body with an acetylene torch in the back of his backyard.
Oh, my gosh.
It's terrible. So you don't know these people. You don't know the website. And I'm one of those who always watches Dateline NBC, and also I have children. So if you guys look this up, it was a huge story. And her parents, her college friends, because of her religion and everything else, had no idea that she was on. And it was the Sugar Babies website.
Wow.
And so that's another thing that you have to be, because I'm one of those moms who live in South Florida and have teenage kids, that you have to be so careful of. Family, friends had no idea, and this girl was such, into her faith and everything else, but she was doing this on the side, and she met the wrong person.
Wow.
At the wrong place.
And that could be any dude on there. Like,
Yeah.
they don't vet these dudes.
Boy,
Yeah.
nothing says a weekend like a very depressing murder story.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the heads up for people that are going up because it looks like, wow, this is great. And somebody's texting us right now with this story about my best friend's 35, single mom, and she is doing it with this, not even doing it. No sex. Sees a guy once a month. There's never been any sex. He's bought her a house, car, all her furniture. So, I mean, you're being sold that and hearing those kind of stories, and you're like going, oh, wow, okay.
It only takes one time, though, that you show up to meet some new sugar daddy, and he's not. He's actually a murderer, and then what?
Yeah.
It's not worth the risk.
It's true.
Go figure it out on your own and don't have to rely on anybody, especially some guy you never met on a website.
Yeah. For every good story, there's probably several bad, so just to keep that in mind.
All this talk of sugar daddies makes me want that candy. You know what I'm talking about?
I like sugar babies.
Yeah, sugar
better.
babies.
The little babies are the little tiny ones. The daddies are the big one. I don't like it.
No, I like it big. I like the sugar daddies, Kev.
You do, huh? Okay, we'll get you one. You might be looking at Jbird and saying, why is he wearing a Miami Dolphins cheerleaders uniform here on Kvj Tv? There is actually a method to the madness.
You might not be surprised because the man is a peacock, if nothing else.
Oh, he is. Yes, he is. He likes that attention.
Something like that.
Well, he's going to be getting it. So what is the whole point of him wearing this? We'll tell you next.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
I'm not really even a Dolphins fan between us. Don't tell them that. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm,
Oh,
Dolphins.
yeah.
This is more about the Dolphins fans. It's about the people, Kevin.
You're doing it for the people.
For the people.
Okay. Always for the people. I
Not
can appreciate it. Not always.
Sometimes the people can be real mean.
Don't do it for the comments, people.
Yeah, don't do it for the mean people.
So you're going to keep this on until the Dolphins get a win. So if they do not beat the Redskins, and by the way, the Redskins are favored by 3.5 points this Sunday at home against the Dolphins are at home, 3.5 points. And typically the home team gets a 3-point advantage. So that would be a 6.5 point spread. So 3.5 points. The Redskins still favored. If the Dolphins don't beat them, you'll be wearing this again on Monday.
I got to go today. I have to go grocery shopping. I ain't taking it off,
Okay,
baby.
I like that.
I'll be shaking my own buns.
The whole weekend, like Sunday, if you're out and about, we're going to see you in a Dolphins cheerleader.
Sunday, Friday. What about Saturday? I have a ton of stuff I got to do this weekend.
Okay, good.
I ain't taking this baby off. What's the point? That's not a challenge at that point.
Maybe you should go out somewhere and watch the game a little bit on Sunday.
I really don't like watching the Dolphins play, but all right. Now it's turning into that's such a fun bit, Kev.
I actually have to watch them. Oh, that's not fun. Well, I tell you what, there is many reasons actually why you should be positive here, Dolphins fans. 3 things to think about. 1, the Dolphins are going to have about 20 draft picks over the next 2 years. Many are pretty high, pretty valuable, and they got tons of money to spend in free agency. That's one reason for positivity. 2, an NFL season is only 16 games. So the Dolphins are already 25% of the way through getting pounded. That's good news. Now think about it. For the Miami Heat, you got to spend an entire season tanking for them. That's 82 games. And that's 3 or 4 nights a week. When you're talking about the Marlins, which you just went through that, I mean, that's crazy. 105 games or 106 games, whatever it might be, you got to go through.
So football actually is hard on your body. Baseball's not.
Yeah, but it's as a fan, like, okay, the suffering is almost over.
Virginia wants to get into some kind of baseball fight because she knows I love baseball and I played baseball and I don't even care. I wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
The fight's gone.
And another point of positivity for Dolphins fans, it could be worse. You could be a Jets fan. Think about that. They're also winless, and they're actually trying to win. And they've got Adam Gase, who is basically the Dolphins' sloppy seconds. He was our coach last year, and we got rid of him. So, you know.
That's a fun nickname. Is that what they call him? Hey, sloppy seconds.
They should. It's basically what it is. And he's got weird eyes. Weirder than me, actually.
Kevin can say that because Kevin has weird eyes.
I know. Yeah. Here's something that's really cool. Talking about positivity. It could not be any better for South Florida spring training teams. Think about this. There are 4 teams left in baseball. We're in the championship series now for the National American League, Virginia. 3 out of the 4 teams do their spring training in Palm Beach County. It could not be any better because the other team is not, and of course the Marlins is a National League team. So this is as good as it could get for spring training teams in Palm Beach County.
Some would say it's us. Are we the ones making them so great?
I don't know, but for whatever reason, there's a few people here that think I'm a Yankee fan and don't know I'm a Brave fan. I don't know how that's even possible. So the Braves, my team got eliminated, so they're all happy, and they're thinking I'm all happy because the Yankees won. I'm like, no, I'm not happy. Stop telling me the Yankees won. I don't want to celebrate.
I think it's just kind of going around. People are talking to me. The Yankees fans are doing the same thing to me. And
isn't that weird? Yankee fans are being loud and vocal.
Well, they're
and
just like, yeah, hey, Yankees, hey, big night tonight. I'm like, what's tonight? They're like, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, I'm a Marlins fan.
Oh, then they'll be like, Marlins suck,
I know,
man.
I
Marlins
get it.
can't even be on the
I
same
get
field
it.
as the
I know.
Yankees.
You're right.
Derek Jeter, he betrayed us.
Tonight, you've got 2 Palm Beach County spring training teams going off at 8 o'clock TBS. You got the Cardinals and the Nationals, and pay attention to the Cardinals starting pitcher tonight. Miles Mikolas is from Jupiter. So we've got a lot of connections going on there. And then the other Palm Beach County spring training team, the Astros, they beat the Rays last night 6-1, so now they're going to be in the American League Championship Series, taking on the Yankees tomorrow night.
Yeah!
They don't stand a chance.
We're doing it for Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
His ghost.
Yeah.
All right, please, if you're going to send me any kind of hate emails, send them to Kevin. Yankee fans get so mad at me.
Yeah, they do. We got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up here in just a bit. You can watch it live on YouTube. See Jbird still in that Dolphins cheerleader costume, or you can also get it on the regular podcast apps, too. In fact, somebody said, yeah, the top app that I've got on my phone is my podcast app, so I listen to you guys so much.
Fun.
Yeah. Podcast One's a free app you can download. You can also, if you have an iPhone, go to the podcast app right there. Google Play is the one, if you got an Android, go on there and just search for the KVJ Show. And you can listen to our regular show without commercials and music. And then the After the Show is the last 30 minutes of it. So make sure you go check that out. All right, before we get to that, Jbird, if you would, wrap us up here today with a thought.
You know what FEAR stands for, Virginia? I'll tell you what it stands for. False evidence appearing real. Fear.
Wow.
Boom. Bam. Rhymes with beer. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Want to find the KVJ Show on social media? Just search KVJ Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Simple, huh?